Good morning, everyone. It's Lori, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up, and it is Thursday morning at 10, so it is time for coffee and cards. If you're on, give me a shout out, a like, or a love. While you're hopping on, I'm going to go over and share this to my other page. Go. Hey, Jen, how are you? So if anybody is an iPhone expert, I would love to understand why some mornings or some events I can expand or zoom in with my phone when I'm getting ready to do my live, and other days I can't. So today's a day I couldn't. I apologize. I don't understand why. Hey, Trish. Hi, Emmy. Oh, good, Jen. I'm glad. Good morning, Miss Cindy. Thank you for sharing, Emmy. I appreciate it. I do. Yes, it is a rainy morning, but I'll take the rain over what's supposed to come later, right? We'll really get that ice that they're calling for. I'd much rather have 10 inches of snow than an inch of ice. So, oh my goodness, yes, and it is cold. Oh my goodness, is it cold? And my silly cats always want to go out on the porch in the morning. Always. We have a screened-in porch off the back of our house that leads out to our deck. And they always want to go out there. They stand at the door when I'm making my breakfast. Hi, Thelma. Oh, thanks, Trish. I appreciate it. All right. So I have a couple of quick things to share with you, and then we will jump right into the projects this morning. First of all, these were the projects that we made on Sunday night at our Come Stamp Along With Me. We have our bridge fold and then our diorama. And the winner of these, hi Connie, thank you. Hi Jerry. The winner of these is Cheryl Simmons. So Cheryl, I don't know if I saw you hop on yet or not, but you are the winner. And I don't think I'm going to see you anytime soon. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the mail to you. So they will be coming your way. Congratulations. And what else do I want to tell you? Oh, it's a new month, right? It's a new month. Holy cow. And it's already the 3rd of the month. They always said the older you get, the faster time goes. And I firmly believe that. So new hostess code for this month. And here are February's just cards. I don't know if I showed you these before or not. Okay. And then the real pretty daffodil and daisy card. So minimum $30 product order on my website using February's hostess code, or you can contact me and we can get the order entered for you. You earn the card kits. If you're local, they're completely free. There's even an in-person class usually each month. And if you are long distance, I do ask for postage. And I had a little bit of a shock when I did postage this month because I quoted before I actually did it. So the postage will be a little bit higher going forward, I think. And I know that there was an increase in postage, but it won't be over $4 for sure. There's also a color PDF that you receive with that, and that I email out to you. So keep that in mind. It's early in the month, but I know a couple of you've already earned it, and I thank you very much for that. Also, be on the lookout on my page because depending upon if my package actually gets delivered, I'm going to have a quick video tonight for an unboxing of brand new product, a preview of new product that is coming that you will be able to purchase in March. Unless, of course, you choose to take advantage of that Saleabration offer and get the kit for $99 plus the 2 free stamp sets, because you would be able to add this product that I'm going to unbox tonight to your kit. So you could even get it in February. And believe me, you're going to want it. It is gorgeous. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say. If it shows up, I plan to go live about 7:30. So be on the lookout for that. And I think That's all I have to tell you. The Altogether collection that we've been talking about is live. So that means the blends, the starter kit ends February 28th, that promotion. The starter kit is always there. It's always a good deal, but the kit to get the extra 2 stamp sets ends on February 28th. So the Altogether promotion is live. I did send a newsletter out. I'm not sure when. Days are rolling together for me. But if you wanted to get the blends, they're available, as is the paper and of course the stamps and dies. And I can't tell you, I'm having way too much fun with that paper. I really like that paper. All right, today we are going to play with the Driving By Celebration set. So this is another one of those that I looked at and went, well, but it is a lot of fun to play with. And if you have car enthusiasts in your life, then this is a perfect set. I happen to have 2 of them in my life, so I'll be using it to make birthday cards, etc. Let me show you the card that we're going to start with. And it is this one. It's so cute. So we're doing the little convertible. We've got a happy birthday card here. And this map is perfect. Now, do you know where the map came from? Can you see the map on the screen? I'm trying to hold the card up so you can see it better. The map came from the Vellum Overlays that's in the mini catalog. I mean, you want this one then for Mo, because it's really cute. So this map comes from the Vellum Overlay that is in the mini catalog. And let me pull that up here for you so I can show it to you. I would have grabbed it, but I've got little bits and pieces left. It's kind of crazy. So that's going to be found on page 33. I think it's part of, it's part of the Artfully Composed. And it's even hard to see in the picture, but you've got white and black patterns, the map, you've got like a word, looks like a dictionary page, maybe a lot of heavy word in there. And then you've got like little paragraphs, but they're oriented in all different directions. So it makes a really cool pattern background. But that's where the overlay paper comes from. And of course, the stamp set, the Driving By, is the celebration item that you can earn, Good Morning Betty, with a minimum $50 product purchase. The happy birthday comes from the sweet ice cream. The Just Wanted to Say stamp that I have on there above the car comes from Many Messages. And if you followed me for a while, you know, when this came out, I actually purchased 2 of the stamp sets. One I kept in its entirety so I can stamp it and use the amazing die to cut it out. And then this one I cut apart. So not necessarily pretty, nice, straight, even lines. You had to be careful. And I almost did it from the back side just to make sure I didn't nip off any letters. But this gives me all of these options, plus one, right, to use as individual stamps on my cards. Hi, Donna. You're good. You're good. So if you haven't done that, I highly suggest it. It is fabulous, and you get a ton of extra greeting or extra uses for it. The other thing you can do is just stamp on basic white with your memento and then die cut it and just have them on hand, right? But when you want to do something like stamp on the circle, that doesn't necessarily work out so well for you. All right, so the other one that I'm using on the inside of the card, I have my Wishing You Your Best Year Yet. And of course, that comes from the Best Year stamp set, which is another one I grab for frequently. Let's pull everything out here and make the card. So we are using basic red as our card base, and that becomes important when we get to the next projects. It is rainy today, I know. And it really does look like snow or ice outside. I was sitting in my living room this morning having breakfast. I know that's an odd place to have breakfast, but it's my calming room. It's like the only room where I feel peace in my entire house, which is kind of sad. But everywhere else, I'm always doing something. Hey, Carol. And I looked up and I'm like, is it already, I mean, is it snowing? Because it looks like snow outside, right? All right, then we have a piece of basic black. And we're going to go ahead and get our vellum on here a while. And I want to make sure I have it going in the right direction when I do this. So this is my trick, and you guys have seen me do this lots and lots of times. We're going to mount this with Tombow liquid glue. And I don't know if Linda Jarrett's on or not, because she had asked me about this technique not too long ago. I've got a partial sponge here. You could do a sponge dauber, since I know we don't actually sell the sponges anymore. And I'm going to squeeze, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Squeeze out a puddle of Tombow liquid glue. Take my sponge, and I cut it this way so I have something to hold on to. You can even put one of those little tiny binder clips on if you want something else for your fingers to hold on to besides the sponge. And then you see I'm pouncing it. I just want little bits of glue to pounce onto the back of the vellum. Make sure you're doing it on the back, otherwise your words will not show correctly. Okay, that feels sticky to me. Get it upside down again. We'll see if I'm right. Get that centered. Tombow gives you that slide opportunity, right? Of course, when it's thin like that, it also dries quicker, so you don't want to take too much time getting it on. We're going to go with that. All right, and then I'm going to lay this aside. When that is completely dry, you can just rub it off with your fingers. Oh, that's nice, Ashley. I bet they like that. Is it snowing up there, Betty? Yeah, I'm sure it is. The car looks like a Jaguar. Oh, nice. We'll take that, huh? All right, so then I have just a strip of basic white. That red ribbon wants to keep coming in here. And I'm using, as I said, I'm using the Happy Birthday from the Sweet Ice Cream stamp set. That's the one that looks like this with the ice cream cones. And there's a lot of good greetings in there. I use those greetings a lot. Lay the stamp in front of you and you're sure not to be able to find it, right? Anybody else do that? Most frequently, I do it with my seal. I lay my seal right beside me and then I'm looking for it, but I can't find it. So we're going to put this in the center. We're close to it. Okay. And then this is going to get mounted down here. And then that red ribbon is going to cover our overlap, if you will. This is such a fun set to play with, though. It really is. All right, now we'll take this. This is from the Pampered Pets bundle of ribbon. It's got the black and white baker's twine, and then it has this real red with the white stitching. I use quite a bit of this. It's also great for your to use with your ladybug stamps and punches, or punch, I should say. I'm not going to get rid of that little piece because I just realized that I've used so much of the red that that's about all I have left. So I need to order another package. Oh, and I did want to tell you, I looked at our inventory report yesterday, and you know, I say this to you all the time. If there are any of the 2020, 2022 in colors, so that's the Just Jade, the Bumblebee, Magenta Madness, Cinnamon Cider, and Misty Moonlight colors, cardstock, inks, ink refills, markers, blends, etc. I'm not sure what else there might be. Oh, designer series paper, all of those things. Grab them now because many of those items, re-inkers and stamp pads specifically that I can remember, and maybe even a blend set or two, are on low inventory. And typically when we run out, we don't restock. We're in February, the new catalog launches in May. That would leave us the rest of February, March, and April. I'm pretty sure we're going to run out of some of those colors by then. So don't wait to grab those. Put those on an order sooner rather than later so that you have them to continue enjoying crafting with them. Okay. There is our car stamped in memento. I also, if I have any Paper Pumpkin subscribers on here, want to mention to you that there is going to be a slight price increase in Paper Pumpkin. It's not huge, and I apologize because I wanted to look at the number again this morning and I didn't get a chance to, but I will be sending information out. So there is going to be a slight increase in Paper Pumpkin. However, if you currently have or you purchase before March 1st, a multi-month subscription, right? The 6-month to 12-month, you will lock in the current price for that period of time. And in addition to that, you will earn celebration items. So keep that in mind. I'll probably be sending more information out about that next week to your inbox, but I did want to give you a heads up on that. So, and it's always a good time to grab a prepaid. If you've been a Paper Pumpkin subscriber for a while and you know you're going to continue, then grab that prepaid during celebration and take advantage of those extra freebies that you get. Plus, I think if you do the 12, well, I know if you do the 12-month, I think it's over $200 for the 12-month. And then you earn hostess rewards as well. It's like your own party. So you get an additional $20 or $22 in free product. Apparently I cannot color and talk at the same time this morning because I made my bumpers black instead of gray. Silly girl that I am. All right, so we are going to do some dark real red just as our accent. So we're going to follow that line and outline our door. So what of those colors that I mentioned, the Misty Moonlight, Just Jade, Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, I'm missing one, Magenta Madness, which one are you going to miss the most? Oh, Thelma may have already answered me before I even asked. Looks like Misty Moonlight for that one is in my top 2. Really sad we're not going to have that color. Just about as sad as I was that we didn't have Seaside Spray. And you know, that's the one color family we didn't get in the new in colors was a blue. We've had such good blues the last 2 rounds. All right, so there is our car. We're going to grab that little stamp from, yeah, you could. You absolutely could do that. Use the color lifter. Magenta Madness for Carol. I like that one too. Betty is, Cinnamon Cider. That's my other top 2. Cinnamon Cider is definitely that one, and Misty Moonlight. I loved Magenta Madness. I like Just Jade. Bumblebee's okay, and we don't actually have that darker shade of yellow, although Crushed Curry can work if you really wanted to. I'm stamping this, guys, because I couldn't remember if it was straight, upside down. But that Cinnamon Cider, yeah, I'm going to miss that too. Yeah, the Seaside Spray was fabulous. It really was. All right, so we're going to put this on our card front with some dimensionals. I think I still have a pack of that too. I have a pack of that, and I have a pack of Purple Posy that I literally just found. doing some looking for something yesterday and trying to straighten up an area. And I'm like, well, look at you. How long have you been hiding in there? Oh, at least a year. All right. But yes, if you use the color lifter, you could lighten that black for sure. Okay, that's the outside, and then we're just going to do a quick inside greeting. Thanks, Jen. And great masculine birthday card, right? We always need masculine ideas. So this is a great set for that. Okay, so there is our first project with that vellum overlay, which is just so doggone cute. I just love it. Sure, I don't need any of those stamps for the next project, and I don't think I do. Okay, so moving on. So here is my funny story. Apparently the day I designed these projects, I had a thing for red. So here's the next card that I designed. I also think I had a thing for red because my nephew's girlfriend has a red VW. So I was probably thinking of her when I made this card. I don't want to do another red backed card, right, for you. That would be kind of silly. I always like to give as much options and alternatives. So we're going to do it in yellow today. But we'll leave the red one visible. How's that? So we have a card base of Daffodil Delight. I'm glad you guys liked that one. And then we're going to bring in a piece of basic white. And we're going to grab our blending brushes. No, I love my blending brushes. The love bug. It is the love bug. You had a blue VW. We had a black one when I was a kid growing up. We had a black one. So we are going to put in our sky. Remember, always start off so you don't get a big splotch of dark color. And I'm trying, because when I first started using the blending brushes, this was how I held it. I'm trying to pull back on them. It gives it a little bit less pressure, which allows you to blend better and to add your layers of color to get your depth, right? So it's a little bit more flexible. It's a little bit more comfortable in my hand. I don't get, well, I still do sometimes, but most often I don't get any darker spots versus the lighter spots, right? And I'm really letting the brush do the work. So I'm going to come down here to where our road will be. Just love this effect though. Okay. All right. See, I did get one right there. I probably went on the side a little bit. And then I'm going to bring in the cloud punch. All right. So how many people did not notice the cloud punch the first time they went through the mini catalog? Because I got to tell you guys, I didn't see it. It's on page 19, if you're looking for that. Oh, your nephew took your model that he built you. That wasn't nice. It's right here. I didn't see it. I didn't see it till I started seeing projects with it. And I'm like, wait a minute, where's this punch? Because I need it. So it's on the same page as Friends of the Forest, which it makes sense. It would be very cute in the skyline. The sparkle and shine sequence are also up there on the fold, no less. Really cute with the rainbow. But yeah, so there's the cloud punch if you're looking for it. It's $18, which is our standard pricing for punches, for large punches. And yes, there we go. Now we have a cloud punch. Because as much as I love my die cutting, and I do, you guys know I love my die cutting machine and all the various dies. Punches are so quick and easy, right? So we're just going to punch a couple clouds out. And they're a nice size. And we're going to put them up here in our skyline. And about like that. So let me grab some seal. The one's going to go off. We'll just trim it even. Right. Yeah, I really got to get that zooming in inconsistency figured out, because I know I feel like I'm far, far away from you. Looks like your next order. Okay. I know it just hit in there. I know it hit for me too. Trim this off. All right. Now we're going to grab a piece of basic black and my chalk marker. Okay, so the chalk marker's in the annual catalog. It's been around for a while. I can't draw a straight line to save my life. I don't know about you guys. So I am going to center that on my paper trimmer. And I'm telling you, this does not look, but it does not look the same width, but it really is. That is quite the optical illusion. And actually, I think now that I look at that card, I might go a little bit higher on one side. Let's do it like that. Right about there. Or there. Let's try right there. I'll get it. Give me a second. Okay. Now I'm going to push both blades out of the way because obviously I'm not using those at this moment in time. I'm going to take the point of my chalk marker. Got to make sure my cutter is even. Push it down through and put my road dashes on. And I'm making some longer and some shorter, and you can do it however you want to do it. But there we go. Now, if yours didn't come out, some of this is a little bit lighter than I want. So I'm going to go back, and now that I have it and I know it's straight, just add a little bit more definition. Okay. That's how we get our road. Because yeah, me in a straight line, forget about it. Forget about it, especially now. Maybe in my earlier days, I could have gotten closer, but not anymore. We're going to go ahead and mount the road right down here at the bottom of our basic white that we did our sponging on. And then stamp our bug, our VW. There you go, Carol. I'm happy I can help. And Lori's got ink on her hands. How about that? That never happens. All right, so all you do, because if you notice, I do not have the presents on here. And I could have, because it is a birthday card. I could have left presents on at least one of them, but I chose not to do that. So when you cut it out, because yes, you do have to fussy cut. Sorry, Emmy, if you don't want the presents. If you want the presents, you're golden. You still have to fussy cut it though, unless you're stamping it like I did the convertible. But you just trim it out and make those presents go away. Okay. But to not subject you to the pain of watching me sit here and cut and color 3 bugs. Oh, I know, Donna. It's one of the best ones on the market as far as I'm concerned, if not the best. It really, and you know, people say to me, well, what other paper cutter do you use? Because of the volume that I do, right? I don't use another paper cutter. That is my sole paper cutter. And that has been my sole paper cutter since I became, not that particular one, but whatever Stampin' Up's paper cutter was, has been my sole paper cutter since I became a demonstrator. So if I can cut the hundreds, if not 1,000 cards a month that we do or have done in the past, okay, here I am. There it is. See, it was right in front of me looking for my seal. You can certainly be sure that it is a good paper cutter. So that little blip of ink that I have there from the blending brush, I'm going to position this guy so I'm sure I get that covered up. There's always a creative solution. Yeah, and I am pleased with how long the blades last in this one. I really do cut a lot, and I would probably say I don't replace my blades maybe. Well, if I'm doing a lot of specialty papers like the glimmer papers and things like that, I have to replace it more often, but probably every 3-4 months. So for me and the volume I'm doing, that's good. So there is the card front, and then we're going to put this on our card base. Of course. You like the yellow card? Yeah, I like the yellow card too. Different, right? I'm pretty sure I've seen yellow UWs out there though. Let me grab a refill. And apparently I'm a very messy seal user, because you see, I don't take the time to clean my, I do up here at the nose. Always make sure you pull off any glue dots or glue, you know, balls that get up there, because it just helps everything continue to move smoothly. But I don't actually clean my case the way I should probably. All right, so I'm thinking this is not a 5.5. Let's see. It's not. Sneaky piece of cardstock. I like that yellow too. That kind of pops on there, doesn't it? All right, and then I did go ahead when I cut my strip for our happy birthday. You'll notice that I sponged that or blending brushed that as well. So that just is going to help it blend right into the sky. The black greeting popping right off of it. And this happy birthday is from Artistically Inked. It's one of my go-tos for a nice long happy birthday. It's a good masculine greeting because it does not have a lot of flourish to it or fancy font. Pretty straightforward. Yes, you can cut 2 sheets at a time on our paper cutter. Absolutely. I do it all the time. Saves time, especially if you're cutting in volume. So you can do the cardstock, you can do designer paper, whatever you've got going. Then we're going to put it right across there. Why did I put the dimensionals away. That sheet is now done. Ah, okay, there were yellow bugs, good. And then I should have the longer I stamp, the further away this thing crawls from me. Nope, this one's going this way. Let's get that in the right direction. Anybody ever do that? You stamp your greeting in the wrong orientation for your card design. Sunny sentiments, this happy, hoping your birthday's filled with all the best things. Always a go-to for me. This is the one I think that I always struggle getting straight. So we're going to try and see how we do. Nope. I don't know if I've got it mounted slightly crooked or what, but we may end up taking the best of two here. That one's better. We'll take that one. Donna. Yeah, well, I'm glad it's not just me. I appreciate that solidarity there, ladies. I just keep it. If I haven't put adhesive on it, I just keep it and save it for the project that's going to be in that orientation the next time that I want that greeting. Okay, so there's our red and our yellow. Beetles, bugs, VWs, whatever your term of choice is. They were just me. You like the yellow best? All right, good. Good, good, good. All right, then that was a good choice I made to change it out, huh? Okay. And the last one, we're going to play with the van. I think that's a VW van, isn't it? So you're going to get to pick the base color for this one because after I decided to change the VW out to yellow, I realized, well, there we go. I made my last card in yellow. Isn't this cool? Does this not remind you of the 60s? Now, I was not very old in the 60s, but I have seen some movies. Oh, it does. It reminds me 100% of the 60s. So since we just did a yellow card, even though this is so saffron that we would be using, what do we want to use? Do we want to use Bermuda Bay or Mango Melody? And I'll show you. There's what the paper looks like on that. And here's what it looks like on Bermuda Bay. So you guys vote on that while I dig around here and see what I want to pull out of this box. The Partridge Family van. Yeah, I think so too. All right, so there's Mango again. There's Bermuda Bay. What do we got? Bermuda Bay, Bermuda Bay, Bermuda Bay, blue. I got one Mango, but it looks like blue is winning. Bermuda, Bermuda. Yep. All right, we're going to go with Bermuda Bay. Now, the paper is way cool in and of itself, too. I mean, even that, like the pants, the bell-bottom pants, right? Oh, my goodness. Loved that. Love, love, love that. So here's the paper. This is the freebie. This is the Saleabration freebie. So with a $100 order, you can get the stamp set and the paper. It's the Sunshine and Rainbows. This is all I have left of this piece because I think I used it in January's Just Cards. So we've got the bright stripes on one side and then the soft blue with the hearts. That would be great for a baby's card. And then this cute geometric pattern. That's a sky for sure. Oh, look, here's Bermuda Bay stripes. Bright rainbows. These you could fussy cut. So if you don't have the rainbow bundle from the mini catalog, you could absolutely fussy cut these and still have rainbows. This is a pretty one too. Okay. And then some bright mango melody. Ooh, soft seafoam like that. Polka dots, these are cute. Lots of options for that. Oh, and some more bold stripes. And then the pattern that we're using today. Some clouds. And oh, by the way, yes, these do punch out with the cloud punch. So there's another coordinating product. I think they do. I shouldn't say that. I assume they do. And if I could figure out where I put the cloud punch, I'd be happy to confirm that for you. Maybe, oh, there it is. Yes, I think they do. Let's look. Yep, just like that. So they do coordinate with the cloud punch. Oh, and then there's some little, I guess that's Blushing Bride, maybe. I like this geometric pattern too, either direction. Some thin stripes, some blue focused, and then some granny apple green. And then this is what I stamped the VW on, or actually I stamped the VW on white, colored, and then stamped it again and cut it out. So I cut it away from the wheels and the windows. And on the back of that one is some very bright suns. So this is a fun pack of paper. When I first got it, I'm like, oh, but yeah, I am using it. I am. All right, so we decided on Bermuda. And I'm going to put that right down the center of the card. Okay. I have a small piece of basic white, which we're going to do some more blending. So we've got our blue and we've got crumb cake for our sand. Anybody not have tried the blending brushes yet? I think that looks pretty good. The Bermuda Bay is a better choice. Okay, good. Good. Okay, and then let's put our sky in. Now I do hold the head when I'm inking it up because I want to make sure I'm getting good contact. And this time I'm going to work from the bottom to the top because I want, just like if you watched my YouTube this week, I want that to be darker down below so that it replicates the ocean, and then the sky will be lighter. They are awesome, aren't they, Connie? I love our blending brushes too. All right, I think I'm going to stop. I might even come back and add a little bit more blue. Because I got talking. You know what happens when I do that. Yep, sandpaper does make a good sand. There was also back years and years ago, we had an, not Stampin' Up didn't. This was actually before I even found Stampin' Up. There was sand what is the word I'm looking for? Not, it was like glitter. It wasn't embossing powder. It was more like glitter that you could get. And that was pretty cool too. All right, now we're going to pull in our palm trees. So besides the driving by, I'm using Oceanfront. That's where the sand came from. I'm using Timeless Tropical. This is the set that's in the annual catalog, not the new set. And then Peaceful Moments for our greens. And we're going to use Garden Green and the brush tip of the Stampin' Right marker. Not any blends for this technique, and we've talked about that before. So we're just going to color with the marker. It's all over the palm tree tops. And then I think, I'm not sure if I used crumb cake or soft suede. We're going to use soft suede today because I don't remember, to be honest with you. And I really ought to be writing these things down because I am trying to stay ahead of the design curve, if you will, and get my projects done further in advance. So we're going to stamp this on here. We are going to stamp it so that the one palm tree kind of goes off the edge of the paper. Right about there. Okay, yep, it was definitely crumb cake that I used. And then we are going to put our van on and our greeting. So the hope your birthday, hope you have the best birthday. That comes out a friendly hello. Oh, there you go. That would probably work. That would absolutely probably work. Okay, nice bold greeting up there in the sky. And what as I said earlier, what I did is I took my image, my van, and I picked the pattern paper that I wanted to use. And you could use any of the papers. I mean, I think the little rainbows would be really cute too. And I just kind of stamped it on here. And then I just trimmed it out, right? So the black is going to cover your wheels. Let me show you, because I already did this. I didn't want to take your time to do this as well. But like when you put your black on here, all of that design that you see is going to disappear. Now, you can do this one of two ways. You can actually use this as your piece, or you can trim this out so that you just have the body of the van itself and mount it on a piece of basic white that you stamped. Either way will work. Here it is. This one, I used just the designer series paper, and I just trimmed out the windows that I colored with Pool Party. Okay, so it looks like you're seeing through them, and mounted them on top of the piece of designer series paper. But you could absolutely do it the other way. And then this is going to sit down here. Okay, we're going to grab some dimensionals to pop that up on. I'm down to bones over here. I have to restock my dimensionals. And because it is designer paper, I'm going to give it a little extra dimension or dimensionals to give it a little bit more substance to the body of the van. And there we go. This goes right on the front of our card. It's so cute. I just love that. And the greeting, again, that one comes from Peaceful Moments. I wish you all could see my table when I'm done. Because it looks like I emptied, well, you saw a picture of my table the other day when I was designing. It was a mess. And I clean up. Usually when I go to bed, I make sure it's ready for the next day. So I do clean it up because there's nothing worse than coming down with a great idea in your brain that you woke up thinking about. And you got to take time to clean your table and your space up before you can actually sit down and stamp. I learned that the hard way because then I forget the idea. I get distracted by everything else on my table. There we go. What do you think, guys? What do you think of that driving by set? So there's the yellow. Here's this one in yellow. And this is the only one we stayed true to our colors in, right? There we go. It's a fun set. And like I said, if you have a car enthusiast in your life, this is a great set to create with. They would love it. And you'll enjoy playing with it, I'm sure. All right, that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, watch my page if my order does show up. I did today, so I'm really hoping it does, but with the weather and everything else going on, you just never know. You just never know. But if it does come in, I'll definitely hop on tonight, do an unboxing and share this product grouping that's coming for you in March. And you're gonna love it. All right, guys, have a great day and a good weekend. If I don't see you tonight, I will see you Sunday night at 8 for Come Stamp Along with Me. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, bye.